Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Elbow Down podcast. It's been a while. I would apologise, but I'm not going to. Uh, yeah, we're back, and we're going to discuss a silly season episode. I've got Isabella with me. Hi, Isabella.
Hey.
So we're going to just do an entire silly season episode, and however long it is however long it is. So what I figured we would do is all of the unconfirmed rumours in each class. Because obviously we've had certain signings in certain classes, etc. But the unconfirmed rumours, a lot of them are very, very interesting. So I'll read through the list of each class and we will discuss all the big ones in terms of the whole MotoGP sphere. So to start with Moto 3, um, Nico Carraro is apparently signed for MTA. Zabid Zuratuza, who is currently with MTA in Junior GP, has apparently signed for IO. He tested for them at the Pirelli tyre test in Moto3. Jacob Rolston will leave Aspar Junior to join CIP, I believe. Ivan Otola has announced he is leaving MTA today at the time of recording. Believe he will go to MSI MT Helmets in Moto3. Tachkon Bouazri will graduate from Junior GP with Team Asia to the full team. Angel Piqueras, who has won Red Bull Rookies with ample time to spare, probably will win Junior GP, will join Leopard, coming up from the Estrella Galicia squad in Junior GP. Luca Lunetta will join SIC 58, very certain of that. Tested for them at the Pirelli tyre test in a god-awful kit combination. He will come up from Junior GP also. Joel Kelso is out of CIP. Joel Kelso is out of CF
That was
Moto.
last year.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
out of CF Moto. Believe he will go to Husqvarna. Not 100% certain on that. Believe he is at least in discussions to go to Husqvarna, which, if it's true, is a very good move for Joel, because Husky is a very desirable seat. Joel Esteban will graduate from Junior GP to Full World Championship with Aspar. Could be a good rider to watch out for because he is currently racing the 2024 KTM in Junior GP, much like David Alonso did the year before he came up. Xavi Artigas, I believe, is out of CF Moto as well, so that's both riders going. Back to Leopard, I think, is the one there. And the other rumour the final rumour of Moto 3 is that Filippo Farioli will leave Tech 3. Not sure where he will go, but believe he has lost the Tech 3 seat. So, to pick the bones out of that, the three that stand out to me are Ivan Otola, Angel Piqueras, and Joel Esteban. Now, first of all, Ivan Otola to MSI. Good move, do you think? Yes or no?
I think that it will be a bit of a slow burner because he's already got the confidence with MTA for 2 years now, and I think they had a really great atmosphere and work environment going on. So I think it will be a slow burner, but hopefully he can potentially still have a championship run. What do you think?
Yeah, I reckon so. MTA are a very good squad, first and foremost, with uh, the Angelus back in and also having Alessandro Tanucci in the squad. They are a very well run organisation, but I don't believe they're an A team in that I don't believe they're the same level as, say, the IOs, the Tech 3s, or the Aspars, stuff like that. But I think if the investment is to be believed, that MSI could quickly become an A team very quickly. As we'll see a bit later on, they've taken over a Moto 2 team as well. But yeah, I think if there isn't a championship charge coming for Otola in the second half of this season, it is coming next season because he can't afford not to. This has been his. I wouldn't say formative year, but this is the year where he's made a step. Now he has to really keep it up. So yeah, I like it. I think it's a good one. Uh, Joel Esteban to Aspar. What are we making of that? If like it to Aspar World Championship from Junior World Championship, what do you think of that?
Rookie win every single week. Like, I think he is, I think he's an incredible talent, and I think he will just be great off the bat. I don't mind even if I'm wrong, but just I have this confidence that in him that he really will do something great. And like you said, with David Alonso being on
Yeah.
that bike the previous year, it literally shows already 2 rookie wins. Like, I definitely think Esteban, he literally, what was it? He won ETC or came second?
Second, he was
This
winning.
is now his first year in Junior GP, already winning races, already being promoted. Next year, Moto3. Sound a bit like a Guevara situation,
Yeah.
like the speed run, and we saw him win a race in his rookie Moto3
Up,
season
down,
as
left,
well.
right,
So,
R1, R2.
oops.
No, he's a good guy, like Joel. He developed a bit late as well, which actually helped him with the new age rules, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought the same thing. Yeah,
But yeah, he was second in European Talent Cup in 2021. Not 2022, sorry. Um,
yeah.
Only lost because he missed a couple of races due to I believe, a family bereavement, if I'm not mistaken. And then he was disqualified from one weekend because he had an illegal shock. So Guido Pini ended up winning that championship. He got his move up, adapted super quick. He's already winning races
Hmm.
in Junior GP, and now he's going up again. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
It's the
The
speed run.
momentum is
It is the
there.
speed
Yeah.
run. So I quite like that, to be honest. He's going to a very good Moto3 squad. They know him inside out. They know how he trains. He know how they work. I think you're right. I think he like, and the other very notable thing for me is that he is currently racing what will be the 2024 KTM. Now, Honda have also got this opportunity because the Moto3 freeze due to COVID has now ended. Well, it'll end December 31st, and then you can bring brand new stuff. Like, you can totally change the bike if you want to. KTM tested the bike after Silverstone. Danny Olgado rode it. Decided to stay down in Moto 3. It was that good. So he could be a problem next year. Definitely.
Esteban or Holgado?
Olgado, well, both, to be honest. But yeah,
Yeah.
Olgado's staying down,
Oh,
regardless.
for sure.
But like, he was looking for a Moto 2 move. Rode the 24 bike, loved it so much he made a decision to stay down. Like, how good must that bike be? Like, that's scary. That is so scary. And the other big notable one, at least for me, is Paqueras to Leopard. I think Paqueras will win races next year. And I don't even think it's a doubt. What he's done in rookies, winning with like 4 rounds to spare, and also coming in and doing it in Junior GP. Like, Rueda did it last year. And look at the level. Rueda's just hit podium level. Paqueras will be on arguably a better bike in the Leopard bike. He could be a
I
problem.
think I think it tracks that he already knows. Sure, podiums, but maybe at like Qatar, I don't think he'll be completely quick from the jump. I think the tracks that he knows, when it comes to the European part,
Mm.
yeah, sure, podiums, but I mean, you are right, and also he's gonna be fucking young as well because he'll be granted the exception, so it'll be crazy either
Oh, well,
way.
yeah, of course. He's only going to be 17, isn't he?
Yeah,
I forgot about that. So, yeah, so he's got time on his side.
yeah, it's
I
true.
can, honestly, I really don't want to, big him up that much.
Mm.
I can see another Pedro Acosta situation coming with Paqueras in Moto 3. He is that good. I know you don't agree, but he is
The
that
thing is,
good.
if he was on Io, I would agree with you. I just do not have faith in the Leopard.
But look at
Just
the
because it's a
Leopard
Honda.
does compared to the other Hondas. That says to me that Leopard have something special, and they can win races. Like, if Masia wasn't so
Yeah.
mentally fragile, he would be winning this world championship right now with the equipment he has. Let's be
No,
honest.
it's because he's been in this championship since like 20 fucking 17.
Yeah,
And like,
but the first
if you
look
were
at
good.
leading the championship, yeets it down the road at Silverstone. Like, bro.
Oh, yeah, true. No, oh, yeah, and then his bike broke. Oh, well.
Yeah, like, it's just Leopard are picking up a guy who not only knows how to win junior championships, but is absolutely nuts. Like, like genuinely, I've never seen someone ride with so little fear. Like, if there's a gap that's half a bike across, he will find a way through it. He is. I mark my words. He's gonna compete for the championship next year as a rookie.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah,
He
I
is
just want to
that
say a
good.
word about Artigas. Like, if he does go back to Leopard, I mean, for me, that would be his final chance
Oh
in
yeah,
Moto3. Like,
last chance saloon.
seeing his form this year, Jesus Christ, like, it doesn't even resemble what he was like when he came in as a rookie. Like, it's. So I'm hoping back to the team that brought him up, back to the team he was battling for the Junior GP Championship with.
Yeah,
I really hope he can just. It is all about confidence, and we know that. So
yeah,
hopefully, being in a familiar place can bring him back to that form.
yes. I think in the most respectful way possible, touch Kombuazri to Team Asia is a pointless move, but only
What?
because of
Why?
how long has he been around now? What is he, 23?
No, wait.
Yeah, he's 23 years
Uh,
old, and he's just stepping up to Moto3 World Championship.
yeah, that's like when Anna Krasko came back at like 26.
Yeah, it feels like another Andy Farid situation to me. It really
Oh,
does.
yeah.
Like, it just feels pointless. Like, I know it's born out of necessity, as we'll go to in Moto 2, but Jesus Christ. Just just feels like flogging a dead horse to me. Tayo's going to look so good next to him next year.
Well, Barazzi was legit beating Agi at the last two rounds,
Oh,
so I don't
because
know.
that's difficult in Moto 3, isn't it?
Okay, let's move on.
um, I'm not sure why Zuratuza's going up either at this point. Yes, he's won at Catalonia in the Junior World Championship and he's
Yeah,
made a
but that
step.
was one race.
And then he stacked it out of the second race. But we all know that IO are probably the single best team, the desirable team to go to in Moto 2. Like, if you're coming up through the system, you think, if IO want to pick you up, you go. But I'm just
Yeah,
surprised
and
it's
we also know
Zuratuza.
that Aki is the talent spotter, so if he's seen something in him, then we have to just believe in Aki, I suppose. But I haven't seen anything that makes Zuratuza out of the ordinary. No offense to him, of course. I'm happy to be wrong, but
Mm. Like,
I would have maybe
I
preferred
like
an
him.
existing rider
Like, I like
going
him
there, not a
since even
rookie.
since he was with Kuna in the Talent Cup. He was fighting for the championship, but then he, rather than stay after he'd made the step in ETC where he could have, he stepped up to Moto 3. Was
Yeah.
nowhere his first year. Like, it's easy to forget that this is his second year in Moto 3, and he's only just grasped the podium. Like, you look at someone
It's
like
another
Max
form.
Martinez, who's going to come up from Talent Cup and will probably win Junior GP at his first attempt.
Yes.
Like, that's the level we're talking. But then, if his talent ceiling is high enough that Io can drag it out of him, he could be spectacular. But I think he's going to be more of a slow burner. I don't know. I'm really
I don't
undecided
think
about
it'll
him.
be. I don't think it'll be podiums.
Not first year, but I would like
No.
to be
But then
wrong.
again, why would IO keep him again? They only keep people that do something spectacular in their first year.
But then their Io have got his bit of a spotty Moto 3 history.
Yeah.
Because for every, Pedro they find, they sign a Kaito Toba. They sign a Darren Binder, who is,
No, but
is fantastic on paper, but then the reality is too much for him at the time. Nico Antonelli rode for him, you know what I mean? And failed
Ben
spectacularly.
Snyder, yeah.
It's a tough one. I really do not know what to make of Zuratuza right now. Because the Catalonia win was more out of the ordinary for me than, like, it was anomaly rather than usual kind of thing.
Well, that's how race two was as well. And I
Yeah.
forgot if it was
He did
Brazi
crash out to the
or
lead, mind
Arby.
you. Yeah,
Sorry?
he did crash out to the lead of that race in race 2. So
Well,
maybe
there
he
we
would have won
go.
it. But yeah, it was
No, but like
RB.
that. Oh wait, did he get taken out or did he crash by
No, he
himself?
crashed out of the lead by himself. RB Adatama won the race,
Yeah.
even though Almanza crossed the line first, if my memory serves. Because that was the race where Almanza just threw it up the inside of Eddie O'Shea and took him out.
Yeah, that was a terrible crash.
Shocking move. Almanza, for the record, is going up with snipers, but that's confirmed, so it's not going to be part of the silly season discussion. Matteo Bertel was confirmed today by them also, so that's snipers sorted. And a quick word on Joel Kelso. Don't believe he deserved to even lose his ride at CF Moto. Hoping he does pick up a ride because he has a lot to offer this championship. He's been super unlucky with injuries, like more than your super unlucky, like more than your average bear. So I don't know whether he will ever get the luck or not. But if he does, he could be a force to be reckoned with. You know, he's getting front rows. He's proven he has the speed, and they still don't want to keep him. It's a confusing one. If he does go to Husky, I think wins could be on the cards for him. Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. That'll be his third year, if I'm right. So
Mm.
hopefully that can be the winning year, and this is just the formative year. But um, I think also we do need an Australian in the championship.
Yes.
Oh, Rollstone.
Yeah, Ralston will be coming up.
Okay, he might get ditched then.
Now, they won't allow Ralston to be the only rookie at CIP, surely. He's
No, I meant the only Australian.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they won't allow Ralston to only be the only representative when he's going to be a rookie at arguably the worst team at
Oh,
Moto3.
okay.
They'll need some other form of representation with a bit of experience. I think that will help Joel.
Yeah.
But this will be his third squad in 3 years. I'm not.
Yeah.
If he is to sign, of course. I'm talking about all this as if it's decided. Every single thing I'm reading out and discussing is unconfirmed, at least at this point. Just a forewarning.
Yeah, because it does change every single day. So what we're
Mm.
speaking about quite deeply is probably irrelevant, half of
I
it,
would
but
suggest 80% of this list will happen,
hmm
and the other 20% is probably going to happen. So the only real question mark I have is in MotoGP, which the news has come out today. So we'll get to that. But yeah, I think that's all the notable moves. I like the Luca Lunetta move, but I haven't really got much to say. It makes sense. Italian going to an Italian team. And Nico Carraro going to MTA again, another Italian going to an Italian team, has made a step this year, to be fair to him, with Aspar. Apparently paid €200,000 for that seat. So that's a lot of money for a Moto 3 World Championship. So he's going to have to make it work, I think. But it'll be all Italian affair. Nepa was confirmed at MTA, so he'll have an Italian teammate as well. Could do well. But he's got a lot to do. Should we go to Moto 2?
yes, let's do it.
So the Moto 2 moves I have are pretty much guarantees for Io, in that I'm 99.99% sure Vietti signed for Io on the Thursday of the Catalonia race. Dennis Onchu is going to move up. It's guaranteed in his contract, I believe. So he will go up. Ayogura will go to MSI MT Helmets. Now, you're probably looking at me thinking, they are not in Moto 2. They'll be taking over the Pons squad. Cito Pons has decided enough's enough after 40 years in the paddock. Will not run a race team next year. MSI will take their spot. Pons has actually gone to RNF Aprilia to help with their financials. So that's a strange move also. But Ayagura to MSI MT Helmets will take the bulk, if not all, of his Team Asia squad with him. So that's pretty much guaranteed. Mario Aggi to Team Asia Moto2 to replace him. Manu Gonzalez to Grissini. Fabio Di Gianantonio to Grissini. Ayumu Sasaki to Husqvarna Moto2. Diogo Moreira to Italtrans. And one that's only a rumour, this is probably the one that's least likely to happen, Raul Fernandez to Fantic Moto2 to partner Aaron Canet. Now, I'd like to go into a bit more depth on quite a few of these because a lot of these moves are quite interesting. Should we start with Vietti? Because
Yeah, sure.
Vietti has the talent to win that championship. Vietti has not had the brain to win that championship yet. Is he going to have the brain at Io?
No.
Because
I agree with you. Like, but to me, it reminds me of like Belega or something, where hugely talented, touted to be the next big thing, and then it all just slips away. So I feel like this IO move has come. It's come a bit too late. Past, like, it's already okay. He did just win like 2 weeks ago, but we've already gone past the peak now, in my opinion. So I'm not sure if this IO move is really going to pull it out of him again.
I will disagree.
Okay.
I think he is good enough and fast enough that Io can polish the rest because his talent is incredibly high. Like we've seen it. Like he's come in as a rookie in various championships and won. So I like Vietti a lot. I like the move, and apparently the signature also does include a 2025 MotoGP move,
Wow.
but he has to meet certain conditions. So if that ain't pressure, which Vietti
That's
is, yeah,
pressure.
which Vietti
Oh
has
my
not
god.
historically thrived on, then
Jesus.
if he can pull the rabbit out of the hat, which I do believe he could, I see no reason Vietti couldn't be fighting for this championship next year. But I will preface that by saying I thought Albert Arenas was going to battle for this championship on the IO bike this year.
Don't diminish all your credit by bringing
So
that up.
what the fuck do I know about Moto 2? Basically. Take everything I say about Moto 2 World Championship winners with
No,
a
it
pinch of
means that they
salt.
have one good rider and one dud rider every year. I
So
mean,
who's going to be their
when
dud?
last year,
Like, if it's not going to be Vietti, it'll be Onshu.
no, I think Onchi will be the good one.
I
But
think,
also, last year they were both good, so yeah.
yeah, also true, yeah. um, but yeah, Vietti, I just, it's so difficult to talk about Vietti in glowing terms when you see the opportunities he's had and pissed away. Like, it's enraging to me that he had such an opportunity to win that championship and instead pissed it up the wall and decided the second half of the season he was as good as an amateur championship rider.
I remember he was the one guaranteed rider to go up to MotoGP
Yeah,
at the before the summer break.
yeah,
Like everyone was like, "Yeah, he's going to VR46." Blah, 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 blah. And now it's absolutely incredible.
yeah. Now I think he's eighth in the championship. I'm not going to bother looking it up, but I think he's eighth in the world championship this year. He's still beating Arenas, mind you, so the move is sort of justified. But yeah, I like Dennis Onchu's move. It is time. Now he's got his win under his belt. He's getting quite tall now. I think it's sort of natural move, isn't it?
Well, if he didn't win in Moto3 this year, then he would be out of the paddock. So yeah,
I don't think
he
the
should.
move was win dependent. I think
Are
he
you
was.
sure?
Yes, I believe he signed for the Moto 3 team this year with the agreement that he would move to Moto 2. Like, obviously, I assume there were certain conditions, but
Even without like,
yeah, I believe he would have had the conditions that were basically, you know, finish a race or something. Like, so easy for him to achieve. Otherwise, I don't believe he would have signed for another year in Moto 3. Because he was heavily linked
no,
with
but
speed up last year.
well, but I think that Red Bull they were getting quite bored of him just like
Fourth
almost
in.
there. Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think he signed for Moto 3 in that, like, he wanted the Moto 2 move, so it must have been a hell of an enticing package to get him to Moto 3 another year. And he's stepped up and proven it. He's probably the best rider on that grid at the minute who's alone. Him and Sasaki are the two who I'm quite looking
Yeah, I
forward
was
to
gonna say him and Sasaki. Yeah.
because they can do it alone. They don't need a tow. So, and if anybody's going to polish it out of Dennis Onchu, then it will be Io because they've already upped his game this year. He will take some of his team up with him from Moto3 as well, so he'll be comfortable. Ayogura, Now, I've said it on my stories a couple of times, but there has been a massive falling out between Ayagura and Honda Team Asia. Uh, to the point where he has even split with his own personal management because they were with him when he went to Team Asia. He has completely washed his hands of anything to do with Honda and will, I'm 99.99% sure he is already signed for MSI MT. Think he stays alongside, like he goes there. Garcia, I believe, stays. Um, but what's quite interesting is that he will have to switch his historic helmet supplier because he's been with Arai since forever. So if he goes to MT, he's going to have to switch that. And Arai have just brought out a replica lid of his. So that's going to be fun for everybody. But this could be the move that sends him to the stratosphere. They've got funding. They'll have good equipment. This will be Ai's third year. He won't come in injured, hopefully, like he did this year. What do you think?
Third year, I think it's his fourth, no? Next year.
No, he almost won the. Oh yeah, you're right. Bloody hell. All right, yeah, never mind.
No, but still, yeah. I mean, yeah, like for me, I was just thinking like the Arai, how much money they've put into like creating that product to sell it and just like everything Honda literally they were ready to
Yeah.
swap Nakagami out for him. They had so much faith and belief in him and like obviously we know Honda they are loyal, so it's a difficult thing to watch, but I think for the greater good of I and his riding maybe because then he wouldn't have to go to a Honda in MotoGP. But
Yeah, yeah, like yeah,
it will
I'd
be
let off and
interesting.
throttle a little bit. Oh, I don't want to win this. They might promote me. Like poor Taka's gonna have to stay on that thing another year because nobody else is gonna. Poor Taka. But I think this is going to be the move that puts him into the stratosphere. Um, he will definitely contend for the title next year. He will have the equipment. He will have the team around him who he trusts. MSI are putting in huge money, so they will only get the best of the best. I like it. I like it a lot. Um, Aji replacing him is also the logical move, should we say? Mario Aji is just not cut out for Moto3. He is too big. He's too like wide. He's not a Moto3 rider. So let's get him on the Moto2. See what he can do. If he fails there, tough tits, you're out. Simple as. Um, I believe he tested the Moto2 not last Friday, the Friday before at Alcaraz. Him and Furusato. So maybe it's okay. Maybe they've seen something. Now we're going to what is probably my favourite move in this whole thing. Manu Gonzalez to Grassini. Let's hear your thoughts on this first.
Well, I think I know why you're going to say you like it because I remember he posted a story. It was like a Q&A, and one of the questions was, when do you think you're going to go to MotoGP? And he put 2025. So he is
Yeah.
making that shit happen. Like, I'm proud of him. I think that's a very, very good move. Logical, smart. He's going to win shit. And then, yeah, MotoGP, maybe not 2025 because it might be full, but maybe
Well,
2026.
if the next moves happen that is
Oh,
rumored
yeah,
today,
yeah, yeah. Exactly,
they might not
exactly.
be away. I actually had a message about it when I posted about him being linked with Grassini. I can't remember the guy's username now. I'm just trying to find the thing. There he is. As Unwin. He said, just why? He's fucking wank. I
No.
said, nah, he isn't. He's on one of the worst Moto2 teams. Put him in a competent team and watch him fly. I said, and he said, what? Give it a rest, mate. He's wank. I said, just remember this
What?
conversation. Yeah,
Oh my god.
I think he was trolling, to be fair. But nonetheless, um, you're going to remember that conversation. I hope you listen to the podcast, because if you do, you're going to remember this conversation when he's up in
How
MotoGP
could
and smashing it.
anybody ever talk that badly about him? He's never done
And
anything
what's
to deserve
funny
that. What?
is that this was on the Friday of Catalonia,
Catalonia.
and then
Yeah.
on the Sunday he was leading the race. And I was just thinking, smug mode engaged. I do wish he'd
Yeah,
podiumed it. He must be
yeah.
sick
I
of fifth
predicted
places by
him
now.
to win. I really thought that he had an extra edge, and yeah, I thought he was at least going to get a podium. So
If he
it
had
is
been on
annoying.
any team other than VR46, SAG, or Forward, he would have won that race because he would have had the setup.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. He would have had the setup. Like VR46 are now holding him back. The what is it? Prepago VR46 Yamaha.
Corriere.
Yeah, Prepago Corriere or his Yamaha VR46 Mastercamp to give
Team.
them their full name. But yeah, I think Mastercamp are holding him back now. He has outgrown that team. He is better than that team. Grassini will be a great move. They losing Salach, who I think is equally as good as Manu. I think it's a great move. Um, Joining him is rumoured to be Fabio Di Gianantonio, stepping down to Moto 2. Not sure I like that move.
I think he should have. I know that World Superbike, especially on Ducatis, is getting a bit full. And I know that this paddock is his home, but still, I just think for your career, World Superbike would have been a lot better. Or, I
Yeah,
mean,
well, he was
I'm not
linked
going
with
to.
Motocorsa doing a second seat alongside Bassani. Um, Side note, Bassani is linked with Factory Kawasaki now, so this
Well,
might
that's
not
because
happen.
Iannone needs to go to Most Corsa and also Rinaldi. So
Iannone is going to go to uh go 11, replacing Ertl, which Ertl was not happy about.
I wouldn't be either.
God, like yeah, so like good for Bassani, just
Anyway,
Jen slightly off track, but great for Bassani. He's earned a
yeah.
factory ride of some form. I'd love to see him at Kawasaki. I think he'd slap there, but I know you love Bassani, so
Yes, I'm Bassani #1 fan.
yeah, yeah,
Um, Back to Di Gianantonio, I think that no offense to him, he will do the exact same results, if not worse, than he was doing when he was here before, and that's why I feel it's slightly pointless.
yeah. It
And
does feel
then,
pointless.
and then what do you do after that? Are you just like Piscini? Like, do you just come and do wildcards every other year or something?
Well,
Because
we laugh about that, but Passini's wild card in this weekend, and he could do well. Like,
yeah, I don't doubt that, but what do you actually do in your career once you step down? It's really difficult.
that's just outrageous to me that he's moving back down. But
To the same team as well. Like, okay, so what was the point of ever going up?
well, that's it, isn't it? It's like if they want to keep him in the MotoGP paddock out of loyalty, fine.
Yeah.
But I just
Especially if he gets bought out by fucking upmarkets.
yeah. Oh, way to ruin the MotoGP one, Isabella.
Oh my god, as if everyone. Okay.
I was building tension. Leave me alone.
Okay, sorry, I should have said. You can bleep it out.
I ain't doing that. You get what you get, people. Um, I just don't see the point of the move. But if it's out of loyalty to DG, just to keep him in the paddock, then you can't argue with it. It's that simple.
Okay, but they do have a Moto E team.
Yeah, but
Send him over there.
I would have preferred to see him go World Superbike, just
Yeah.
personally.
I'm glad we agree on that.
Like, Sasaki to Husqvarna Moto 2. Like a lot. He is ready. He's basically another Dennis Onshu. Like, anything we said about Dennis Onshu, just cut and paste on Sasaki. He's in the exact same boat. He's been in there a while. He's very good alone, which is not easy to do in Moto 3. He's probably outgrown the class. He's been there even longer than Dennis has. Like, he's been there since before RNF were called Petronas, you know what I mean? So it's like he's been around the block a while. Moto 2 is probably
Too
the best bet.
long.
2016, I believe he made his debut.
Yeah, I think that's correct. I think he won Rebel Rookies. Was it that year or the year before?
Yes, that's it. Because do you know who he wildcarded with?
I.
Grassini.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Because that's it. Yeah, because he rode for him once, and that was
Wow.
his debut. So there's your useful information bullshit of the day. Yeah, Sasaki. Moto2 will partner, I believe, Darren Binder. Sorry to any Australians who thought it was Senna Agius. Don't believe that's the case. I believe Darren is being kept because Brad specifically requested it to the KTM group. So, good brothering. Probably hasn't earned the seat, though.
Well, it's good for him because he signed a deal until what 2026. So
Yeah,
it
he's
definitely
extended
says
his
in that
contract.
contract, keep my brother here until yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, he hasn't earned it. Like, granted, he has had a lot of bad luck, Darren. But, and I think he is good enough to actually do very well in Moto2.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be rookie of the year. So
Won't go that far, but
no, well that
like it's harder. I think it's harder to come down from MotoGP than it is to go up from Moto3 to Moto2.
yeah, it definitely is.
Like he's done it so weird. It's just such a strange one. But if that's the case, then I'm happy enough that he's being kept because he does deserve a second year just to show what he can do because he's shown bits in between getting nobbled by everybody. So, but then some would
Yeah, not
argue it's
having a
karma,
broken
you know,
leg, not having a broken back.
like his
Um,
Moto3 antics. Like a lot of people would argue it's
no,
karma.
that's not fair to say
It's
it's that.
not, but I guarantee that's what people are thinking.
Well, they're fucking glad, yeah. People like Dixon.
Ban him! Ban him! He ruined my
And him!
championship, mate. Oh god, man, I
That was
forgot
a
about
really
that.
good
Why did
British
you say that?
accent.
I could sort of only do bits of it like him. So, all right, mate. What's happening? Oh, I forgot
The
about
Essex
that
accent.
rant. Why did he remind me of that rant? Oh, that was the best thing I've ever seen. Still, I've said it before and I will say it again. Shout out to Bad MotoGP memes because he made the single best video I've ever seen. Fucking incredible. Um. Anyway, back on track. Diogo Moreira to Italtrans. Now, this one is a very, very interesting one because apparently it was an audition like the X Factor. As in, they put Moreira, Ortola, and Sasaki, I want to say? Maybe? On a Moto2 bike at a track identical and decided on Moreira from there. Mind blowing, right?
That is mind blowing.
Like 3 identical Moto2 bikes. We all know Diogo is going to slap on a Moto2 bike. He's so good on supermotos. He would have been even better in the Honda era, in my opinion, where you had to actually back it in sideways. I really like that move. Moreira apparently had a contract that stated he would have to stay with MSI if they went up to Moto2. But apparently the deal to take over Pons was done later than the contract ended, so he doesn't have to move with them and he can move with Italtrans. That's the tidbit for everybody who's messaging me saying, oh, he had a contract. He did. But it wasn't actioned in time, so he's going to Italtrans. I love the move. I'm a little concerned it's Italtrans because they have got a history of not dealing too well with Moto3 graduates. What do you reckon?
What do you mean by that? Like,
Dalla Porta sucks. Foggia sucks. And that's
another
just in
example?
recent memory.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but I. Okay, actually, never mind.
What
I was gonna
was you going to say?
say
Go
that.
on, hit it.
No, because I was gonna say that's because they suck, but then I was like, wait, the LDP was the fucking world
He was
champion.
the
Like,
reigning world champion. Foggia came up
yeah.
as
And
second in
you.
the world championship.
Oh, okay, but the thing. Okay, you made me scared now because
Go
I
on.
thought he was gonna do really good straight away. Well, not like at least points type thing, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But it's a good team overall, so it'll be
I
okay.
think they are a better move for someone who's established. Uh, who's going there? I can't remember.
What?
Who's currently there? Foggia. Roberts is going. I can remember who was saying who was going then for a second. Yeah, he's going to join
Hey.
Foggia, and there's not a lot of experience in that team. One whole year of Moto2 between them. That worries me. But then again, you're not going to learn fuck all from Joe Roberts at this point, either, so swings and roundabouts. But
Wait,
yeah,
what team? Sorry, what team did Anea go there from?
Leopard, I think?
Wait, no, he didn't. No, he didn't go up there as a rookie, did he?
Yeah, 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 that was
Okay,
his
so
only
that's
Moto 2 team, was Teltrans.
okay. So there we go. We have a good example.
Yeah, but Enea's good.
Oh my god.
Enea was not a world champion, and he went up and kissed it. But then again, we all knew Enea was a big bike rider and a small bike. I don't think we can say the same about Foggia, or LDP for that matter. But we can
No, but
say
I'm
it
on
about
about.
Moreira.
No, but yeah, exactly,
So maybe he'll
exactly.
buck the trend. I don't know. I just don't rate the Teltrans as a whole. But what do I know? Again, it's Moto 2. I don't know fuck all about Moto 2 apparently, so don't listen to me. And the last one, Raul Fernandez to Fantic. Fantic already have their first rider, Aaron Canet, because he will move away from the Pons, now MSI team, to make room for Agura. This is the least likely move to happen, I will say. RNF want Raul Fernandez gone. But luckily for Fernandez, he has an Aprilia contract, not an RNF contract. So he will stay, I believe. But the rumour is that Raul himself wants to move back down because he feels he's got unfinished business where he was moved up by KTM. He could definitely win that championship if he comes back down. He not only matched, he beat Marc Marquez's Moto2 record as a rookie. You know, he's got a bit on a Moto2 bike. It would be a hell of a coup for Fantic if they get him. But
Yeah, but
would you like to see
why?
him go back down?
No.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like,
you've beaten Marc Marquez's record, but then when you went to MotoGP, unfortunately, you didn't, and now you're just going back again. Like Moto2 doesn't really mean anything in the real world. Sorry.
in the real world.
No, but like he's going back because he has unfinished business. What does that even mean?
It
A fucking
means he
Moto2 title, like
Well, he
you might as well
feels
just
he was robbed of the Moto2 title by the IO team, didn't he?
yeah. He's the moral champion.
Yeah, moral champion. Oh, God, that he went down a couple of notches in my eyes with that. To be
Yeah,
honest.
me too. I actually really liked him until
Yeah, same.
that came out.
Remy beat him fair and square. That simple.
But the good thing is, he did coin that phrase, and now we can all laugh about it and use
Yeah,
it all the time. So,
yeah. He did become a meme, didn't he? Well, I mentioned Remy has signed an extension with Yamaha for 2024 today. Excellent news. Go Remy. Probably doing better than Raul at this point, honestly.
yeah,
Even though he's not in MotoGP, I think he's definitely come out the better of the two in the long run. Although I do think he should have been the one kept, not Raul, in the first place. But whatever, by the by. But yeah, Raul Fernandez to Fantic is probably the least rumour. On to MotoGP, and there's only three I've got because a lot of the business has already been done. We know Rins is going factory Yam. We know Johan Zarco is going to LCR. And that's pretty much the moves. Like, nobody's really stepping anywhere different confirmed at the moment. But the big one that has been around since Argentina, yet for some reason, we're recording this on Thursday, the 9th of September.
7th.
I can't read, leave me alone. I believe in the last 3 hours to 4 hours, something has happened. I do not know what has happened in the paddock, but the Marc Marquez to Grassini rumours have exploded today. Something occurred, and I do not know what, because these rumours have been around the entire year. Now, first and foremost, apparently, if Marc Marquez goes to Grassini, he takes Estrella Galicia and he takes Repsol with him from Honda. Which is why I can't see it happening. Because why the fuck would Repsol leave to go to Grassini? Like, I know Honda
because
are in
it's
a
Marc
bad place,
Marquez.
but there's no guarantee Mark's going to win again, you know? He will, for the record, he absolutely will. If he gets on that Grassini bike, that's championship over for everybody else. End of fucking story. But there's no guarantee of it. And the other thing that scares me, will he be allowed to win on it? How long will
Wow.
it be of him absolutely embarrassing the factory Ducatis on a Euro bike before they say, fuck this, you're not winning anymore. You're making us look like cocks.
I think they'll give him 1 year. Like,
Yeah, but
like
if
with
he's given
Anea,
free
they gave
reign,
him. But with Anea, like he did the best he could. They were never that like imposing on him. So, but then the second year, they were like, "You're coming with us, so you can't go against us anymore."
but Marc Marquez will never ride a factory Ducati. So what do you do with him? Do you let him win the championship?
I think, yeah.
Because I get a lot of heat for it, but I absolutely stand by my opinion that Marc Marquez is the best rider in that MotoGP field, and it's not even a close. Like on his worst day, he will beat anyone on an equivalent bike. On his best day, he will embarrass anyone on an equivalent bike. So if the rumours are true and he's joining Alex at Grassini, bloody hell, that could be the spiciest move we've seen in MotoGP since he went up in 2013. Like, what's really funny is if he does move across, Fabio Quartararo will be looking, thinking, there was a Ducati available? What the fuck? So, I don't know. I think the chances are low, but not zero. If you'd asked me this
Well,
yesterday, I would have said zero. But today, something's happened. It's exploded again. I don't know what.
what I heard is that he's waiting until he tests the new bike, and then if there's any improvements, then maybe he'll stay with Honda, and then if not, so I think the test is on Monday, right?
Yeah, after Mizano. I'm actually more excited for the test than
So
I am for the race, to be honest.
So there we go. That might be why it's lighting up because it's going to be Monday is the day everything all changes.
Maybe, yeah, but the rumours are having it that he's already signed it. Apparently, he's got so
Well,
pissed with Honda that he's just gone and signed it out of spite.
the fact all the sponsors are being rumored as well, like that's a
Yeah,
detailed rumor. It's like Red
that's
Bull
what
as
worries me.
well.
But that's why I think it gives it less credibility because Repsol then leaving Honda. Sorry, every 2 years we hear it, and then every 2 years they renew for the last 30 fucking years. So nah, nah, sorry. I will go on record and say not happening. If it does happen, championship over in 2025. Um, Frankie Morbidelli has signed for Ducati. 99.9% sure he signed it last weekend in Catalonia. Not sure where he'll be yet. Believe he wants Grassini, not Pramac, but believe they're going to place him in Pramac. Uh, Grassini would have been better in my eyes. A year old bike to learn the Ducati way. Off you pop then to Pramac next year to win the championship. But that's not how I was going to work with Ducati. So, what do you think of Frankie?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Like, if he went to Grassini, that would have been better. But then again, who would have gone to Pramac? So unfortunately, it does need to be him.
Yeah.
But it'll be okay. I think
Oh,
do
he'll do
well. But
amazingly well. People forget he was second in the world not too long ago, and he is only 5 points away from Fabio Quartararo this year, who, according to some people, is the second coming of Jesus. So he's not a bad rider, and this move is gonna reignite Frankie. He's still just about on the cusp of being young enough as well that he has the time.
no,
Oh, he is. What is
he's
he?
not that young.
27 now.
I think he might be nearer to 30 than that, but I'm gonna be honest, I feel like he might end up just doing the same kind of results as Marini.
I don't think. I think. Well, is that a bad thing? Luca's made
Uh,
some kind of a step this year.
I know, but everyone thinks Morbidelli's gonna jump on it and is gonna be winning shit, and it's gonna be more average than people think.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yes, but I don't know. I think he's better than average, but not a championship contender. At least not the first year on it. I'd love to be
No.
wrong, but the other thing is as well, Jorge Martin is not gonna like it if he starts beating him. That's gonna be a really interesting dynamic. So
Imagine if that actually happened, though. I don't think it will.
I don't know. Is the simple answer there?
No, Jorge Martin's got that secured now.
Well, yeah, like he does have it on lock, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. Like I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility with Frankie's talent. That's all I'm saying. And Pramac will have carried equipment.
Hmm.
It's an interesting one. Like, and the fact that he's on a Ducati contract is also very interesting.
Yeah, and they want him.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a factory
yeah,
deal there. Like that's very interesting because Bez was not on a factory deal. Marini's
yeah.
not on a factory deal. Alex and DG are not on a factory deal. So who knows? And the last one, before we end this pod, is Pedro Acosta. Is still not decided what team he will be in next year, which is incredible to me at this point because when did he sign 2 months ago? And they've
Yep.
still
I
not made a decision on where they are going to place him in the World Championship. I just, I don't know what KTM are
wasn't it
doing.
the day. It was the day, or like the day before he was allowed to speak to other manufacturers, and then he just signed for KTM instead. And that
Yeah,
and that June or July, I'm not sure, but
yeah, it was over a month ago.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I like it. I like the fact he had to go up, didn't he? Let's be honest. Like,
Yeah.
if he didn't go up with KTM, he was going up with someone else. So it was born out of necessity. And I just, what can you say about Pedro Acosta that not already been said? It pisses me off. You talk about Pedro Acosta on a podcast and you're just repeating yourself. Like,
Okay.
I honestly, I
But
didn't think he was that good, right? I really didn't.
what are
But
you talking about, Junior GP era?
no, I'm even talking about as even up to last year. Because Moto 3 is a very, very good championship. But as Izan Guevara has proved, Moto 2 is when it gets serious.
Hmm.
But having heard from people inside the paddock who are very, very close to Pedro say that he is the single greatest rider they have ever seen ride a bike, then maybe it's time to admit I'm wrong and that he is
Race to
actually that
gas
good.
is easy. Yeah, I think
You know, I'm prepared to hold my hands up here. If people in the paddock who have seen the likes of Marc Marquez come through are saying that he is the single best rider he has ever seen ride a bike, then I'm wrong, clearly. And I'm prepared to accept that Pedro might actually be that good. So what can I say other than that, you know?
I would have liked to have seen him go straight to KTM factory
Could still
because
happen. It's not decided yet. Like,
I
if
think
the
that would
rumours are to be
show.
believed, there
Yeah.
was some truth in the Jack Miller being offered a salary bump, but it wasn't to be a test rider or wildcard. It was to go to Gas Gas alongside Augusto Fernandez. I believe Paul is out. Now, if he is to go straight to factory KTM, they are playing a dangerous game with him there. Because if he doesn't like it, he is still young enough that someone like Ducati could swoop in and be like, "Do you want a factory Ducati, mate?" "Oh, yes, sir. Thank you. I do." Whereas if they put him in Gas Gas, even though he is, you know, baby Jesus at this point, it's still less pressure than the KTM setup. But
I don't think
then,
he's worried about pressure though. Like
no,
I
I
think
like
it would
I
just.
don't I don't mean it in terms of worrying about pressure, but I mean if he doesn't like the bike, which it's KTM, it's very different to everything else he will have ridden. It's a very real possibility that he doesn't get on with it. I doubt it, from what I've been told about his level of performance and the things he can do on a bike, I doubt he's going to suffer on it. But I would
Also,
like to see him do the gas for a couple of years and then go to the factory squad.
you can look at Augusto Fernandez as a case study as well. Like he's gotten on quite well with it, and they were similar in Moto 2. So
Yeah, well, that's what I
I think
actually
he should
asked. I
be okay.
straight up asked the person who I'm talking about. I
Who
said,
is
who was better,
better?
Augusto or Pedro? And there was not even any hesitation. It was Pedro. So, like, he's that good. It's that simple. So, I'm thinking it's not decided because he wants to be in orange, but they don't want him to be in orange. That's my theory, anyway. So we'll see. Yeah, that pretty much covers silly season. Just under an hour, I'll take that. We're gonna end though at Isabella's request on predictions for Mizano. Now, I hate doing predictions because I suck. So feel free to laugh at me when I get these totally wrong. But we start with Moto 3. Moto 3 pole position. Who are you going for?
Oh my god, I thought we were just doing race winner.
Well,
Ah,
I'll do pole and race win. That's what I was thinking.
oh my god. You go first.
Pole, I'm going to go with. Pick a name out of a hat in Moto 3. Rueda.
Okay. Okay, I might go for um Messiah maybe for
Okay.
pole.
Okay, I like it. Messia is fine. And race winner Moto 3.
Holgado.
I am going to go slightly left field here. I'm going to go with Stefano Neppa.
That's a nice prediction. I like it. Are you just doing that because you like his helmet?
I love his special helmet. Keep an eye out for that, people. But no, he flew around here last year. This was where last year I noticed the step up in his performance, and now he's made a bigger step. I think he could be in the mix. So I'm going to go with Stefano Neppa. Moto 2 pole position.
I'll
Go on,
go
you can
for
go first on
Canet.
this one. Yeah.
I'll go for Canet.
Aaron Canet. Side note, did you see what my daughter called him?
Carrot.
Yeah, Aaron Carrot. So now I can't say anything else. He is now Aaron Carrot. um, yeah, she turned to me because she was just playing. I had the MotoGP on in the background, right? And she just literally sat bolt upright, looked at me, and went, "Is that man's name Carrot?"
That is so cute.
I was like, "Oh no,
Oh
but it's
my god.
Canet," and she's like, "I'm sure they said Carrot." But yeah, now Aaron Canet is Aaron Carrot. Sorry, Aaron. Okay, so you're going Carrot. I'm gonna go with Manu Gonzalez for pole position. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, I'll go Manu. I doubted myself as soon as it fell out of my mouth there, but
I don't. Yeah, I don't. Okay, winner. Oh gosh.
well, after all the praise I've just lavished on him, I have to say Pedro Costa now, don't I?
What for the win?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go for Agura.
Okay. 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 I like it. Um. Yeah, I like it. I still don't think Agura's right though. That's the thing. I still
Like
think that he's suffering with our
fixed.
wrist. Like,
I think the wrist is fine. It's just because of the missed time.
I see. I think it's both. I still don't think that wrist is 100%. Like, I don't think people realize just how bad his wrist injury actually was. It was to the point where he very nearly never rode a bike again. Like, how can that be fine after half a year? I still think it's holding him back, at least. So I hope you're right, because I think if he can win with that, then more healing time over the next year, you'll come out swinging. So yeah, I'd like to see Ogura. Um, MotoGP pole.
Oh my god.
Pick a
Bezecchi.
pick a Ducati out of a hat in it at this point.
Yeah, Bezecchi.
All right, if you're going Bears, I'm gonna go Alex Marquez, but it
That's a
probably
good
will be
shout.
Bezzy baby. So, um, sprint race winner.
Um, I'm gonna say Marini.
Marini.
Yeah.
Okay then. Actually, I would just normally let that go and move on, but Marini.
He won a sprint race earlier in the year, right?
No.
Or, oh
Podium
no, it's
net.
just a podium. Well, you know what they're like with this track, and
Oh yeah, they know every crack in
I
this track, don't they?
feel like,
Every flower they've named. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like
it's gonna be one of the 46 Academy riders, like.
yeah, yeah. I think you.
And if his brother is there, which he most likely will be, like,
Valentino Rossi at Misano? No, surely not. I like the
in
Marini shout, and I
the
would love to see it. I'm just not sure personally, but I hope you're right. Um, I'm gonna go with Pecco.
you're crazy.
No,
You're
I'm not.
absolutely
No,
crazy.
I'm not.
He's literally gonna pull out after P1
No,
tomorrow.
he's not. He's doing my Sweden with how good he actually is being compared to the rest of the field this year. He's making it fucking boring, and I hate him for it. But he's gonna win that sprint race. So Pecco for the sprint race win for me. And main race, who you got?
Zeki
And now this is where I'm taking the biggest risk of the lot.
Takahashi! Oh my god, you're a genius!
Yeah, Takumi Takahashi. No, Maverick Vinales. This is where he first rode the Aprilia. He loves Misano. If he doesn't win you, he is not going to win the season. Simple as.
But why the main race and not the sprint?
Because it's Maverick Vinales. Need I say more?
Okay, okay.
It's, it's so sad that that's an explanation, isn't it? But yeah, he's not going to win the sprint, but he will win the main. That's my opinion. If he wins you, he will carry on winning. If he doesn't win you, he won't win the rest of the season. His season hinges on this race. So I'm going to go with MV12 for that win. Or MV41 if you looked at the pictures after the Catalonia race. So, yeah. But yeah, that's all we got time for. Hope you enjoyed a bit of a different one with all the silly season talk. Feedback welcome on the page. Drop me a DM, the usual. And we will speak to you next time. Bye.
Bye.